Good morning, everybody. I'm out here with the cows, and um, I think they're doing okay. Hey, you're blocking the shot. Anyways, cows doing good, and luckily, grass and everything looks like that's doing pretty good as well. So we'll just hop on over here. Let's see what we got. We got plenty of food. The health is coming up, so that's good. They got plenty of water at the moment, and they got plenty of meadow to eat, so we're good on that. Let's see, we already got our canola. That's starting to grow up a little bit. Let me see, what's the weed? We do have weeds, so that's one thing that we might need to work on spraying in the future. And over here we've got, this is basically worked on. I think Grandpa finally got his meds correct, and I think he got this field down here done. Yep, that's all taken care of, so that's really good. Alrighty, so we got that field. Let's see, what we need to do is we should be, let me check my calendar here. By the way, also, this is water. Ah, ah, ah. Never mind. Anyways, let me take a look here at our calendar for, growing stuff. There we go. Yep, so we are right at the starting area for wheat, and that should be ready by July. So if we go ahead and plant our wheat, that should get us over to here, so that should be pretty good. We could also do barley, which would get us harvested a little bit sooner, so we could potentially plant more canola if we wanted to. There is corn, but we're past the... No, actually, corn's planted right around here. It looks like in October, November is where they currently have that happening. No, that's harvest season. Good night. What am I looking at? Green. Corn gets planted around April, May. There we go. So, planting season, we could plant grass. So the only two crops that we can really, or three crops that we can do is wheat, barley, or canola. So we're doing wheat. I don't know what I was looking at there. But corn and all this stuff's over here. So I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Obviously it wasn't. So let's get stuff moving along here. We got $146,000 in the bank, thankfully, so that's going to work. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use the Challenger to plant. I kind of want to see how this is. Grandpa had all the fun with it. Let's see, is he up this morning? Oh yeah, he's up this morning. Okay, cool. Grandpa's out doing his thing. Ooh, do we have any honey? That's the other thing I wanted to check. Nope. Bees are busy, but they ain't making no honey. Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty, let's hop into the tractor here. One thing I need to do is I need to buy a pressure washer because this equipment is getting filthy. Also could really use... Grandpa used to have tools, but he don't have much tools anymore, so I kind of need to get some stuff ordered here. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to get some stuff ordered real quick, just so that we have it. So let me see here. Hop into the online shop here, and let's see what we can get ordered. Alrighty, so this right here, I kind of want to make the our work shed. So let me run on over here. So I kind of want to make this our kind of our work on equipment shed. I think this would be good. Got plenty of space. Grandpa was using it to store one of the pieces of equipment, but we really don't do anything else with it. So, is there a... I thought there was a light switch. We have a little bit of light in here, so we'll make it work. Anyways, got some lights, so let me get see what we can order to get in here. Alright, heading on over to tools here. We can order this right here, which would be kind of helpful. We can get a little work trailer. It's kind of on the marketplace, and we could put that right about there for about 10,000. Might have to get Grandpa to take his truck to go get that, but that'd be nice. It has basically all the tools we need to work on tractors and stuff, so probably get that. We could really use a pressure washer, and there's one on the marketplace for 4,300, which is about your typical price, so we'll probably go ahead and get that there as well. Alrighty, so I got money out of the bank. Hey, Grandpa, if you want to go grab that stuff so I can have it later, that would be really helpful. Thank you, sir. Alright, so we've tasked Grandpa to go get that stuff at his leisure. Hopefully by the end of the day, we should have that. And also, I forgot I left this running. Let me see, how much gas do we have? Decent on gas. I definitely need to do some repairs on it. I think the main thing is the linkage on it, because the linkage definitely feels like needs some grease. So I'm gonna go with that for sure. Get some grease work. Let's see. Go ahead and turn on the seeder and lower the seeder. There we go. Up, and we don't want to do that. Hold on. We want to turn that off. Let's see. How do I switch? I'm going to switch our seed. Open cover, select seed. Ah, there we go. We could do rice, not rice, grass, but that won't work. Okay, let's see if we can hopefully replant over this. Lower. Well, we might have a little bit of canola there on the edge, because unfortunately I didn't catch that soon enough. We really could use a bit of a quicker planter, but we'll get there when we need it. Did a pretty good job on those fields. One thing the Challenger has is definitely a bumpy ride. That might have to check the suspension and stuff and see what's going on there. Just kind of find out what's happening. Alrighty guys, so as we continue to kind of, let's see, which button is, nope. There we go. Gotta remember all my buttons to get stuff done here. So, anyways, as we continue to wait for potentially the first big update for the game, which I hope will have some graphical updates, as continue to have some weird glitches. I've tried loading settings, tried different few configurations, and still just cannot quite figure out what we got going on here that's not working out too good. But we got, for whatever reason, we do have some graphical glitches going on. Can't quite seem to figure out. As I said, I've lowered settings, and one of the biggest settings that I did is I turned off mirrors, and that definitely seems to help the GPU run a little bit cooler, because it was running rather warm for whatever reason. So got that fixed, and seems like that's helping it out, but it's still, there's just weird light flashes and glitches and stuff that I'm not sure what's going on. We got like the sun flare and stuff turned off. We got all the fog and whatnot, got that at its lowest possible setting, so that shouldn't be as much of an issue. So yeah, I'm not really sure what all is going on with that, but anyways, just weirdness with the graphics still. So at some point we'll get that figured out, but as I said, potentially big game updates, and also some updates from NVIDIA as well could really help that out. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely expecting some sort of update on the graphical side of things. I really think that actually the John Deere was a better fit for planting. This the Challenger's nice, but it definitely doesn't do quite as good of a job as the John Deere did. So I think we'll actually switch out, because the John Deere has a little bit better turning radius, and it's just easier to maneuver. Not that the Challenger's bad, it's just not quite as easy to work with. So I think we'll go grab the John Deere here and use that for planting. So I think that'll be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and turn this around here so it's right about there. Disconnect. We'll go grab the John Deere. So I think that'll be just a little bit easier to use than the Challenger. Like the Challenger, it's just it it doesn't turn quite as good as that John Deere does. So we will go grab John Deere here and let him get some work put in. Squeeze on through. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. And I should... Let's see, where's my weight? My weight should be... Ah, it's over in the other... over in the other shed. So luckily with the weight, it seems like this handles the planting really, really well. So not much of an issue there. You know what, that combine probably needs a good clean out after harvesting. That's one thing, you want to get as much excess crop out of that, because during the winter the rats, well, the rats will take up residence either way, but they will definitely make a mess if there's crop in there, because they'll be like, food. So we'll definitely move into the neighborhood that has free food lying around. Yeah, John Deere, I don't know why, but the John Deere just going to be a little bit easier to maneuver, it feels like. Definitely lined up here. There we go. So anyways, guys, let me know, what do you think of FarmSim 25 so far? Whether you played it or been watching other people play it, let me know what you think about it. I definitely like it. The graphics are definitely beautiful. I do like it. As I said, there's just some weird graphical issues that I'm experiencing, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's been a bit of an issue to enjoy, and just haven't enjoyed it as much as I could have, because I've been kind of trying to figure out what that issue is, so not sure. So anyways, we'll wait and see. NVIDIA updates, other updates, what else comes along, and we'll see if that improves it, or if I need to just keep on working on some lower settings for my setup, but we will find out. It definitely has been running a bit better, but there's still, as I said, just some weirder graphical issues that are still going on. Oh, wrong button. Even though I've switched settings, it's better, but there's just still issues. So might be that just need to keep on playing it longer and let the computer figure it all out. But still, it just seems like the graphics are still seem like they're pretty glitchy, and I don't think they should be that way, but not sure. Really love the ground deformation. It's a lot of fun. Really do like that. One of the things that I have a gripe with is certain vehicles, and also my person that walks around, don't actually sink into the trenches that a heavyweight vehicle actually makes. So that's kind of interesting. So not sure if that can get fixed, or if that's going to be for the rest of the game, but still, I'm standing on probably a good 2-foot drop from where a 45-ton vehicle drove over mud, and I am levitating off the ground. That's a little bit unrealistic. So not sure how the physics work with that within the engine, but seems like that definitely should be getting fixed. So we'll see how that all works. One thing I forgot to mention is that ended up pre-ordering this. I think I got it for like $53, I think, with shipping and all that. So not too bad. Just got base game. We'll see if any of the DLCs and stuff interest me, and I can get that obviously straight from Giants and work on Gab and that stuff if I want it. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to is all of the equipment that should be coming out that they weren't able to get into the game, so that's going to be fun to see what those are. Obviously waiting for all of the Kubota equipment to drop, because that's going to be fun. Got to bring back Bear Creek Outdoor and get some Kubota dealership videos rolling. Obviously GMG Truck Shop, also got to wait for mods and stuff to drop on that, but planning on bringing those series back. Not really sure. Don't think Illusion Ranch is going to come back. If it does, it'll have to be majorly modified to a different timeline, or just totally restart the series from the beginning and alternate universe type thing, but I don't think we're doing that. right now, honestly, what we're doing is just playing the game the way it was meant to be played, and then bringing in all the different mods and stuff later on in a different series. Keep hitting the wrong button. So that could definitely be interesting to see how things go with that. Self lined up here. There we go. AI seems to be rather dumb, in my opinion. At least I'm not understanding what they're trying to do. They seem to be going really wacky directions when it comes to harvesting or cultivating, even planting. So not really a fan of using the AI for field work. I do like the feature of getting them to drive vehicles to certain spots, like that feature coming back over. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like the field work aspect of them has gotten dumber, actually. So not totally sure what's going on with that, but definitely kind of weird how they're working. I'm not sure if GPS... I think GPS has to be a certain vehicle that you use, is what that is, but I haven't gotten any vehicles that have GPS enabled, so I think that's something that we'll have to look at later on and just see how that works. Just from my playstyle, probably something I will not use, but as I said, haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. We will see what we see when we find it. But as I said, beautiful looking game. The sounds have greatly improved. Love the sounds in the game. The tractors sound more realistic, honestly. They sound alive, and that's really, really, really nice. And then coming in here, the interior, very nice quality, nice textures on the majority of stuff. So like that. It's a really, really cool map as well. So just beautiful, beautiful looking map. Might be able to see we're still getting weird glitches. As I said, I have no idea why we're getting these glitches. There's a specific setting that I have. I've tried different things, and it's still being an issue. So, not totally sure what's going on with that, but definitely weird looking. So, we will see with updates and stuff how everything goes with that. So, NPCs. Talking and stuff. I kind of like it. I'm not sure. It's gonna be something to get used to. I'm not the biggest fan at the moment, just because they do kind of stay. Like obviously, we got Grandpa over there. He does not leave ever. So even if you change the gaming mode, he will stay there and does not leave. So if you want to do a game, if you want to totally do stop from scratch and try to actually build your farm, you gotta work around him, and so that's a bit irritating, honestly. But I mean, I guess it works. But just it's like, oh man, can't get rid of him. So kind of irritating on that one is that he's gonna be sticking around even if you go and totally rip up everything. He's still gonna be standing there. So kind of irritating. Not sure if we can build over the top of him. Probably try that, actually, see if we can build on top of him and see what the game thinks about that. So new mod out, we can now terraform, or not terraform, but basically we can change up ground textures, trees, placeables. We can do all that anywhere now, whether we own the property or not. That's a new mod that's out, so got that. So for future builds and whatnot, have that option, which is one of my favorites. So really, really nice. The one thing that's a little bit different that I'm getting used to is chainsaws and paint cans and stuff. That's a little bit of a different mechanic now. Not quite the same to what we're used to. As I think with, at least from what I remember, the paint cans in 22, they never ran out, whereas with the paint cans here in 25, they actually do run out of spray paint, so you actually have to discard the empty paint can, and it will take it away from you, and you have to get a new paint can to keep on painting. So that's kind of an interesting mechanic. Maybe it was in 22 and I just never utilized it enough to notice that, but either way, just interesting mechanic whether or not that's been in the game since 22 or not. Still interesting that I did not notice. So kind of a neat mechanic. See, obviously I have to see what other things that might affect later on, but certainly interesting. So let's see, gotta pull up here, run over the rows we just did, which probably really shouldn't be doing, but you know, well, kind of limited here. So there we go. Right, lower and straighten out. All right, there we go. Pretty good on that. I like this planter. This planter actually works really good. There's some of the planters that I remember in 22 I tried planting with them, and they were just, it was a pain, at least for me anyways, to get a good straight line. These right here actually get a pretty good straight line, so it seems like that's a little bit easier to me to do. Also might just be practicing with it, but it does seem like it's a little bit easier to get done compared to the planters in 22, where it's just like, it was kind of wiggling all over the place, and it's like, not getting the best, not the best planting line going on. Let's see, let's try and wrap around the bushes here. Put ourselves line back up. There we go. Haven't tried anything with the buildable properties yet. Seems like it's an interesting idea for sure, especially if you're wanting to grind buildings. That's for sure. I'm not necessarily a grinder. I kind of like, we'll get money here and build building. Don't really want to do anything like have to get materials after placing down a building. But for some players, that might be a really cool feature. Not necessarily something that I want to do, but it's certainly interesting, and for some people that adds a total different element that wasn't in the game before, which is neat. So having more options of how to play the game is always a good thing in my opinion, and not being as limited to certain things, because that's one thing that is pretty cool, is like actually having construction of the building. That is neat, because that's something that I couldn't really quite get a good feel for in 22, trying to be able to make it look like I'm actively building a building. Just, it's not something you could really do in 22, whereas with this you actually have like a lot and stuff that gets fenced off, and obviously probably from what we've seen with 22 and how those buildings and stuff worked getting built up with the roller coaster and stuff, it'd probably be a similar animation to that. So in some ways that's pretty cool. It is all moved along. But anyways, that's just a totally different way of doing gameplay for people, and I'm sure a lot of people are very excited about that. So we'll have to play around with that at some point, but not right now. But that seems like a decently cool new feature that's in-game that a lot of people should be able to have fun with and enjoy. Especially the farmhouse aspect of potentially moving off of Grandpa's old farm and building my own place, I guess would be the gameplay move you'd probably get, so that could be interesting. Almost done with getting this field done, just slowly working on it here, and we'll have to see how winter is. We'll probably have to get some, have to gear up. We really need something on this farm to do some passive income. Obviously we're waiting for better prices to sell our crop, but we do need something that's a little bit more consistent income wise to keep this farm afloat. So I need to look into options for that, just so that we have actual money coming on while we got things waiting. Obviously we got contracts that we can work on, so that would help, but something actually in-house that we can do on this farm to get passive income, that would be kind of important to get moving along. So that's something we'll have to look at and see what we can do. Yeah, definitely going to have to do some repairs on my tractor here, and luckily fuel isn't going down too bad, so that's not really as much of an issue as I thought it might be. So we'll see how that all goes. By the way, guys, if I remember correctly, this video should be going out after Thanksgiving. So I had my last two FarmSim 22 videos that I will probably do for the year, and that, of course, is the Thanksgiving hunting trip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those videos, and also hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving and a safe Black Friday, because people shop like lunatics on Black Friday. Luckily, a lot of people are shopping online now, so that makes it a little bit less of release the asylum people, but still, try not to be out and about on Black Friday if I can anyways, and if I am, it's very, very limited as to where I go. Definitely no shopping from me for the most part on Black Friday. So anyways, hopefully you guys stayed safe during all that and had a good Thanksgiving. And Christmas is almost here. Where has the year gone? I do not know. But cooler weather has finally arrived here in Florida, so very thankful for that. Help with the AC bills and all of that, but also just a little bit more comfy to do stuff outside, for sure. So definitely enjoy that. Gotta do a weird loop-de here because we have that tree right there. Get me out of the tree. Thank you. Okay. And should be able to do this here right in one pass. Yep. Sweet. Alright, that's what I like. You can kind of see some weird trees kind of just getting placed in, so that's a little bit odd to me. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the sign there. We'll try and not hit the sign if we can. There we go. Alright, no traffic, so we're good on that. Sweet, nobody coming. Makes it a lot easier for us to get this piece of equipment through without people rushing past us. Alrighty, now with this field, I think we're gonna go along the edges and plant just so that we can get all of the weird edges done. It's gonna be a little bit weird doing a headland of planting, but I think it will help us out in the long run. So anyways, we're going to sit back and get some planting done, and we'll bring you back, well, we'll actually do a time lapse here, but we'll bring you back and see what we can do when we get done.
Golden fields stretch out as far as the eye can see, where the sun sets slow behind a lone old oak tree. In the hard land where the rivers gently flow, it's the kind of place where time moves nice and slow. Morning dew sparkles on a blanket of green. Living simple where everything is clean. Tractors hum a tune through the farmland roads. In the hard land, this is the life we chose. In the hard land where dreams are sown, every sunrise feels like the pale moonlight. Beneath the covered bridges, whispers of the past echo in the winds, they're built to last. Hometown heroes with stories they'll share of heartland spirit living everywhere. A cornbread baking in a small farm outhouse. Every porch light is a beacon, not a house. Neighbors always there to lend a helping hand. In this heartland, dear, it's all so grand. In the heartland where dreams are sown, every sunrise feels like coming home. It's where love grows wild and life feels right underneath the stars and the pale moonlight. In the heartland where dreams are sown, every sunrise feels like coming home.
Alrighty guys, only about 2 more passes, and then we're gonna be done with planting for the year, and also take a look at seeds. We're kind of running out of seed to be able to plant stuff, so yeah, kind of a good thing that we're almost done with this, because we are almost completely out of seed. So I have a little bit for next year, but it ain't gonna be much, so we're gonna have to get some more seeds ordered for next year. Almost done planting our wheat here. Get a little side area right over here. And that's it. Hey, we got planting done. Awesome.